Merhaba. Greetings. Herkesin gis günü kutlu olsun. Happy GIS Day to all. Benim adım Joseph Kursky. My name is Joseph Kursky, and I've been asked by Dr. Doker to address you all on this GIS Day. It's the 25th anniversary of GIS Day globally. It's a great day to celebrate what GIS is, how it can be applied in various sectors of society, and why it actually matters, why it makes a difference. Think about geospatial technology and spatial thinking. It's a great career path, whether you go into government, nonprofit, industry, or academia. You can make a positive difference in many areas of society. Water, energy, natural hazards, population change, land use, land cover, soil erosion. All the UN SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, are spatial in nature. They all have to do with change over space and time. And hence, GIS is more than just a fascinating set of tools. It's more than a great career path. It is absolutely essential to building a more resilient, sustainable world. Everyone in GIS cares about two things: people and the planet. People and the planet. Hence, geospatial technology is going to be a wonderful pathway forward for all of you watching this video. And again, it's a huge honor for me to be a part of your day. I'm even wearing my Children Save the World Through Geospatial Technology tie in your honor. Let's talk about a few forces that are acting to bring us to a momentous occasion here on this GIS Day. First of all, Geo Awareness. People are aware of the issues that you and I care about as the geo-environmental community, even outside of our community. They care about traffic, they care about public safety, about healthy communities, about resilience to natural hazards. All of these issues, human health, political instability, natural hazards, population change, water, energy, and much more, sustainable agriculture, etc. People care about those issues. So there's a rising awareness of those issues, that they're very serious and that they increasingly affect our everyday lives. Number two force that's acting is geo-enablement. People are enabled at least to use some of the tools that you and I treasure as geographers or geospatial technologists. They use a fitness app. They have a package delivered. They use a ride share. They operate electricity. The very electricity that you're using to watch this video right now, because the power company, right, the electric company is actually using GIS to power your university or your home or your office. So geospatial technology is all around us, and people are aware, and they're also enabled to use some of these tools. They may use a navigation app to find out where a certain building is on their campus, or where their grandmother's house is, or the library, etc. And the third one is geospatial technology in the cloud. Now, it's great to have documents in the cloud, it's great to have music in the cloud, but I submit it's even better to have geospatial technologies in the cloud. Why? Because we want to share, we want to collaborate to solve problems of our 21st century world across political boundaries, across disciplinary boundaries, so economics, civil engineering, data science, sociology, biology, etc., and across physical boundaries, across biomes and ecoregions and watersheds. So geospatial technology, it's a disruptive technology. It helps us to cross these boundaries, which is so critically needed in our world. The fourth force is, I would submit, storytelling. Storytelling with maps. ArcGIS story maps, dashboards, instant apps, and other visualizations are becoming widely used in our world. People are turning to maps as never before to communicate. Maps have been used to tell stories for thousands of years. The Babylonian clay tablets, Al-Idrisi's map on 2 big plates of silver in the 1100s, on wood blocks etched in cave walls, and in our modern times in digital form. So storytelling with maps has been never more popular than it is today. And the fifth and final force I wish to submit to you all is crowdsourcing, or citizen science, or community science. People gathering data and then submitting it to a survey or a form and instantly mapping it and then looking at the results and then making a decision. GIS is always about action. You're learning about urban greenways. You're learning about natural hazards, about energy, about water, about coastal processes, etc. That's good that you're learning about those things. But the holistic systems approach to analyzing the world's problem, that the lithosphere is connected to the atmosphere, is connected to the biosphere, is connected to the anthroposphere, the human sphere, that is important for you students, especially going forward. Don't lose sight of the holistic way of thinking. Yes, specialize. That's a good thing. But don't lose sight of two things. Your own brain is important, okay? Your own mind. The tools are fascinating, but this is the most important tool of all. Your brain. Thinking critically, framing problems, thinking spatially, and thinking holistically. So those are 5 forces that I would submit are important in our world. The second group is what I would consider to be 5 trends in GIS, 5 trends. First of all, artificial intelligence, AI-enabled GIS or Geo AI. You can use AI tools, for example, in the ArcGIS toolbox to extract features from imagery, buildings, trees, boats, airplanes on runways, etc., making GIS operations a lot more analytical and less about collecting the data. You can also use the AI assistant in Survey 123, which allows you to quickly collect a field survey on tree species or noise or litter or weather, water quality, etc. The second trend is, I believe, 3D analytics. We've had 3D visualization for many years in GIS, but 3D analytics makes sense because we have a 3D world. The Earth is a 3D object, right? So we have 3D analytics to help us analyze the world. The third trend in GIS is real-time data. People want to be able to map things as close to real-time as possible. The current earthquakes, the wildfire perimeters, the traffic, the current weather, etc. So real-time, and also enterprise trend operating. Enterprise GIS, getting systems to communicate with each other between municipalities, between governments, between businesses, nonprofits, etc. Having those systems talk to each other is important, not only in times of natural disaster, in everyday life, having the water people talking with the energy people, talking with the agriculture people, etc. So enterprise GIS, web GIS, which I've mentioned earlier, that is a key trend. Having data associated with web GIS is important. In other words, data as services, no longer confined to physical media, but data as services that you can consume inside ArcGIS Online, ArcGIS Pro, and in other GIS platforms. So those are some trends that I believe are important and some forces that I believe are important. And finally, let's talk about 5 skills that I think are important for you students, especially going forward. First of all, thinking critically, thinking spatially, asking questions leading to you being tenacious about solving problems. The second skill that I think is important is knowing how to work with data, especially in the GIS world. It's all about the data. Satellite imagery, UAVs, drones, data feeds, vector and raster data sets, geodatabases, etc. It's all about the data. So understanding where it comes from, how to use it, and how do you know if you can trust it, and then also how do you serve up your own data and share it with others. And also societal issues like ethics and copyright and location privacy. Those are all intertwined, the ethical decisions when you make a map and share it. What colors, what choices in the symbology, what classification method, what map projection do you use, etc. So the 2 skills we've mentioned so far are thinking critically, framing problems, and working with data. The third one is, I would say, read. Read even outside your own genre, right? Outside your own discipline. Read fiction, nonfiction. It helps you to think in a broader terms. It helps you to connect with additional people in other communities. If you read widely, all the great thinkers, past and present, are great readers. So I encourage you to read. The fourth skill that I think is important is the geographic foundations, the shape and size of the Earth, how to build a geodatabase, all those kinds of skills, but not just GIS skills, but communication skills. And lastly, being able to articulate why GIS matters. GIS is still relatively hidden, relatively unknown in society because it's sort of all around us and people don't think about it specifically, but being able to communicate your value added to your organization, no matter where you journey in your GIS future, I think is important. So being able to do all of those things. Those are my lists of forces, trends in GIS, and also skills important going forward. I wish you all the best on this GIS day and moving forward, and I know you will be positive change agents making wise decisions with geospatial technology for a better world. Görüşürüz.